Alright, so here's our problem. The sum of 4 consecutive numbers is 90, and we have to find the numbers. Sum is all about addition. So sum means that we have to add numbers together. And consecutive numbers are numbers that are whole numbers that are next to each other. So, for example, 2 and 3 or 5 and 6. And so when we add all of these consecutive numbers together, we get 90. So we have to find the numbers. So our first number can be expressed as n. Our second number can be expressed as n plus 1, because it's the number after, it's the whole number after n. Our third number can be expressed as n plus 2, because it's the number 2 numbers after n. And our fourth number can be expressed as n plus 3. And all of these numbers added together will give us 90. And so we have to solve this big long equation, but we can condense it, we can simplify it. We have 4 n's, 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can write that instead as 4n. And we have 6 numbers. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so plus 6, and that gives us 90. And so this is a little bit nicer to solve. And so we have to get n by itself. We have to make it the subject of the equation. And to do that, we'll have to take the 6 from this side to the other side, and we can do that by taking 6 off from both this side and this side, and that leaves us with 4n equals 84. And that means to get just a single n, we have to divide the answer by 4, so just a single n would give us 84 divided by 4, which means that n equals 21. And if n equals 21, then n plus 1 equals 22, n plus 2 equals 23, and n plus 3 equals 24. And that's the answer. Alright, so what is a linear equation? Well, let's relate this back to the last question, where we came up with 4n plus 6 equals 90. And a linear equation, all of its terms will either be a constant, and in this case the constant here is 6, because the value of it is known, or a variable. The variable in this case is n. In a linear equation, however, the variable has to be raised to the first power, but we don't tend to write to the first power because anything raised to the first power is just itself. Classically, you'll see a linear equation in the form y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient, x is the independent variable, c is the y-intercept, and y is the dependent variable. And the thing about linear equations is when they're drawn on a graph, the line will always be straight. So whether it's going upwards, downwards, just straight across, vertically, they'll always be completely straight. But what doesn't qualify as a linear equation? Well, for starters, if we were to write x squared plus 2x plus 4 equals 0, then this isn't a linear equation, because here we have a variable, x, that's raised to a power that isn't 1. Here we have x squared. So that doesn't qualify as a linear equation.